Okay, welcome back to another episode of by Wendy M. And right now, I come in shame. It's been 2 years. I have grown so much and I have learned so much in the past 2 years since I last posted here. And trust me, a lot of things are different now from what I do, from the things that I do. I'm no longer as hardcore on myself. I give myself grace to do things as time goes by, but I'm still on my money game. I'm still on my money game. I don't play about money, guys. I don't play about money. So when it came to creating my first episode back, the first thing that anybody's who subscribed to me is gonna see, I know you guys were expecting my face. But I just couldn't do it. However, I am still back with the best information and the most and everything that everybody's going to need to know about what's real in the digital world and what is not. And right now, I'm bringing you guys something that absolutely revolutionized everything for me the year when I stopped posting, which was 2021, I think. Yes. And I found out about this lady called No Budget Babe, and I followed her so much. Like, I followed a lot of things about her. I'm still currently enrolled in a course that she's doing. So like it's a lot. It's a lot, but we're gonna learn together. There are some things that she taught me that worked, some things that didn't. But this is a compilation of what my no budget life has turned into versus my highly budgeted life that it was like 2 years ago. And first things first is explaining what a no budget life is, because now I'm pretty sure you're wondering, "Ukhuluma ngani? What the hell are you talking about?" Like, we're waiting. We want to know now. And I think the first thing that I'm going to have to tell you guys is the no budget life is basically a lifestyle that uses logic to decide where finances should be allocated based on the long term structure of your life. So, what you want to see in 30, 40 years' time is you on a yacht sipping Mai Tais, swimming in a pond pool somewhere in somebody's country. That's what you want, right? That's what you want. If not, whatever it is that you want to be doing, driving a Maserati, I don't know. I don't know what your goal is. We all have different goals. But what I am certain about is that you have those goals and you want to do something with those goals. And I encourage you to look at those goals as something that can assist you to make life better, not only for yourself, but for your future family, because that's what you want to think of. And if you don't want to have a family, that's absolutely fine. Think about your future spending habits when you retire. What do you want those spending habits to look like? Do you still want them to be constrained by the inability to afford the luxurious things that you want, or the day-to-day things that you want? It's up to you. You don't have to have a lofty dream of wanting to be a millionaire. You could just want enough to retire. Whatever it is, with the no budget lifestyle, you structure your youth around that. That means I still go out, I still party, I still go to dinner parties, whatever the case may be, but now I just think different. So yeah, the trick is the mindset that drives you to provide for your future self in the present moment is the one who makes the decisions. You see, and in that moment you have to look at yourself, and that's why I think I took such a big step back from everything, because I didn't want to be taking y'all down my wishy-washy crying journey. No, I wanted you guys to receive the best of me, and right now I feel as though I am at my optimal best, and I'm hoping that I will post consistently for the next 51 weeks. So that's like one of my goals in a way. And another thing is, for me, I found this to be the lazy method that like drives you on how to to push your brain to think, how can I make money in my sleep? What systems can I put in place that will require little to no management or maintenance to be able to keep up with? Am I going to be able to outsource this in the future? Should it make enough profit, or should it make me enough money? Am I going to be able to invest in someone who's going to assist me? You see, those are the things that I asked myself. Those are the questions that she asked me in her videos. And I was like, I kind of feel personally attacked because everything I thought about that would make me money would require for me to be constantly active, busy, and looking at those things, most probably for the rest of my life, if I hadn't seen it in her eyes. And then there's also the thing where, for me, I felt as though this was the only mindset and lifestyle that encourages investment and savings while paying off your debt. So, like, yes, other people are like, no, save first, then pay off your debt, or pay off your debt first, then you can start saving. And the truth is, you need to start investing as soon as possible. Compound interest is a real thing, and that's what you want in your life. And now, I think that the next slide is going to be is going to be me just giving you guys the rundown of how exactly the system works. And when she first did it, I was like, "Ngakha, man, yadlala, wena, you're playing with me. This can't work, man." And then I started to apply it to little things in my life. And apart from the fact that, like, half of the people that I knew uprooted themselves from my life, leave that part. No, we will be fine without those people. We're going to be okay. The way in which I started to see a difference in my spending habits, I started to notice patterns. The use of the would you rather. There's this thing called would you rather. When faced with a decision that will either keep you living from paycheck to paycheck, or you can take that money that you see still in your account after you've paid everything and allocate it to savings. But I would keep that money in my account in the beginning. I would keep it in my account for a few maybe weeks, and I would want to see, would I rather go out with them now and get drunk and wasted, or would I rather just sit at home and maybe pass by the liquor store and buy myself something nice to drink and maybe have a few friends over. You see, using that mindset alone will trigger you to think, hey man, would you rather? Would you rather? Or would you rather? And I've ended up making some of the best memories of my life doing that. The use of it would be nice to go to Mozambique in 4 months. But now, how are you going to go to Mozambique in 4 months when you're constantly spending your money on drinks this weekend, lunch with her? Is it necessary? Or it would be nice to know that I have my lunch planned for the whole week and I don't have to think about what my lunch was going to be. Then meal prep. Meal prep, babes. Take that money that you were going to waste and go meal prep. And then my favorite one is the use of the one where I say, I am so happy that I paid off all my student loan debts. That focuses me onto that. I am so happy that my new business has already made 10 sales. And what's that going to do? Make me think of ways to get 10 sales. It's going to make me think of ways to get to that number. It's going to push me, and it pushes me to think, okay, if I want to get to that number, what must I do? What must I do to get myself to that number? And trust me, more often than not, more often than you think, you actually get to that number very, very easily. It's just a matter of you applying yourself. And once you put something in your mind, I think you realize then that, okay, I just wasted so much of time doing absolutely nothing this whole time. Like, honestly, once you take that influencer or that do it yourself or that do it now mindset of, okay, before I sit down, let me do this first. So before I go to bed, let me brainstorm 5 ideas on how I'm going to make those 10 sales. And then you're going to test out all 5 of those ideas. You're going to figure out the one that works for you and you're going to stick with it. Not to say that you're not going to try out those other ideas in the future, but for now, this is what is working and you're going to stick with it. It's generating you sales. You see, that's what I mean. Or it's getting you to that consistently level, whatever you want. And then another thing with this no budget lifestyle is consistency. The key to the no budget life is being the adult in the moment so that the ripple effects that your decision has a positive impact on your lifestyle. So like you're thinking, okay, fine. Not going out tonight means that I have money month end before my new salary comes in, and I'm going to have to push all that money out. Where am I pushing that money out to? My fixed deposit. I'm pushing that money out to my short-term savings account. I'm pushing that money out to my vacation fund. You see? And in the end, you think yourself, hey, look, I've already paid for my flight, for my vacation. Next thing, next month you're paying for the hotel. Next thing, next month you're booking and depositing for your activities. Next thing, you're reserving the restaurant in that city that you want to go to. It literally works in a ripple effect. Next thing, you have a retirement fund 40 years down the line from that same consistent habit. You have something to look forward to, basically. And then you're cultivating long-term habits, guys. These are long-term habits, and for me it took 2 years for me to know if this was foolproof or not, because I know how sensitive advice is about money. So like, I know how much my first videos triggered people because I was so hardcore. I didn't think, okay, people have other things going on in their lives, kids, whatever. I still don't have kids, by the way. But I was thinking, okay, fine, maybe this is why they feel some type of way about my content. So let me try and, like, get into their feet, or like get into their sympathize with them. I think empathize is much better because I worked in a very empathetic industry. So like, you had to constantly be empathizing, apologizing, all of that stuff. And then you come to a part where you're like understanding that bad decisions cannot be the downfall of everything you've worked for. Starting over is okay, and life happens, guys. Life happens. Like, for me, life happened. The older I got, it kept on happening to me and happening and happening. And I was starting to see, okay, fine, this is what the people on YouTube meant by life is unpredictable. For me, I had lived in such a bubble of predictableness because of the shelter that my family gave me, that even now, yes, I admit now I'm still very sheltered, but at the same time, I'm also not I'm not as sheltered as I was before. Yes, I have my moments where I'm like, oh my goodness, I could never do A, B, C, and D. But also I have my moments where I'm like, but I have to. But I have to. There's no one two ways around it. I have to do it. You know? And another thing was consistency also means being consistent about utilizing less than 25% of your credit capacity. Basically, don't even get to that 25%. Try and be below that. Try by all means to buy all of your things through lay-by or through saving for them. But I honestly encourage the lay-by thing, where you go and pick all your things from your favorite store, and then you pay the 10% deposit that they want for lay-by. Then you get it there. Now, for designer items, I encourage you to save by yourself. Designer items maybe once every 3 months. It worked for me. I don't know if you can afford, maybe once a month you can buy yourself a luxurious item. By all means, you go, girl. You go, boy. You go, my lovey. You go. But for me, it's definitely something that I can say I can do comfortably without any hesitation or crying or like sacrificing something else once every 3 months. It's reasonable. You still get the new thing every season. It's still every new season. You still get it for spring, for summer, for autumn, for winter. Okay, fall to the Americans, because inclusion, I guess. But anyway, yeah, fall. Now, the one thing about the no budget lifestyle is that she is heavy pressed on investment. Invest. Invest in your dream life. Invest in the dream life you want, even if you have a little bit of money. I honestly thought investing was for people who earned a certain amount of money. But no, how am I going to retire if I don't start to invest now? I don't plan to work until I'm 60. That sounds horrible. That sounds absolutely horrible. I wish it for no one, not even my worst enemy. So with the initial sacrifice, guys, it leads to such a beautiful habit. I can't explain how much easier it is now after so many years of just practice. It is for me to now just take the money and just set it aside, to the point where I've got it on debit order, where I just know my account is going to be left with zero, because I've allocated my spending account to take guys, you can have so many accounts and they can all work in junction with each other on a debit order basis, where you can set them to go off at a certain day. And when the second your money lands in your account, your bills take, and then your savings divides itself the following day. It's literally you can either choose to do it as a manual task, but for me, I choose to just let it happen automatically, because that way I open my initial account where my salary is deposited, or where my PayPal deposits my extra income on those days, and it's there, guys. It's there, and there's just don't stress yourself so much. And then also, high yield fixed deposits, guys. High yield savings accounts. Go, 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 go. It doesn't even have to be a lot of money. It doesn't even have to be a high amount, $100, 100 rand, 300 rand, 200 rand. If you put that fixed deposit in 5 banks and you send 200 rand to each of those banks, and you want to see to which bank is going to give you the most for your money, trust me, guys, in 2 years or 3 years' time, you'll be able to say, okay, fine, this bank gives me more rewards because I have a fixed deposit account with them. This bank gives me points and I can fly with them. This bank does this bank does that. You'll see exactly who does what for what. And then it comes to guys, take a course in finance. I never thought that I needed to take courses in finance or investment. I always thought maybe my banker will be able to do that for me one day. But guys, get yourself a banker. Get yourself some financial courses. If you can't afford a banker right now and you're not putting in maybe what you would consider to be serious money, get yourself some financial courses. I have a video on my channel about Coursera, the step-by-step how to get Coursera courses for free. It is there from my 2021 playlist. It is there in my courses playlist. You can click and you'll find it. It should be one of my top 3 or top 2 videos there. It is on a playlist, guys. You don't have to sift through all my videos. You will find it, and this way you'll be able to learn other techniques to be able to set money aside. Now, guys, to recap everything, please understand that this is a lifestyle that makes sure that you structure your life for your long-term goals. So while you're still going to be able to go out to Zanzibar with your friends and do all those things, short-term, you are in fact living for the future. Enjoy the present, yes, by all means. We are young, we are agile, we want to enjoy our money, but we also have to think of the future in mind. Now, don't stress about the future. Put those systems in place that I've mentioned before that will do it automatically for you. Banking apps do this automatically for you. And then also use the would you rather method. If there's any other method that you can use from the no budget lifestyle, would you rather is very important, and it will take you out of that vicious paycheck to paycheck cycle. And then lastly, the key to the no budget lifestyle is being the adult now. In that one split second moment that tells you set that debit order or set that transaction to go off to my savings account, do it now. Do it now. Buy that gift on sale. Buy those products on sale. You're saving money now. And my very, 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 if you take anything away from this video, please take a course on finances and investment. If you're buying a home, take a course on home ownership in your country. There are tons of YouTubers, of TikTokers who are actually doing this as real life professions that can assist you, that do it for free, that do it at a fee. I always say pay for value. I would pay for a homeowner's course. I would attend a free homeowners seminar if somebody had it. I would attend a meeting with a broker based on what can I do to make sure that I'm financially ready to own a home, or to own a vehicle, or whatever the case may be, or to buy an investment property. Always take somebody's course. Go to somebody's classroom, guys. You can't be anything in life without going to somebody's classroom. Even if it is a book, even if it's what, you are still in their classroom. They are still teaching you a skill that you will use for the rest of your life. Because if you learn this now, think of it, you can teach your kids will teach their kids, and they will continue to gain the skill as time goes on. Even if you're not doing it for kids, you're just doing it for yourself and you want to provide for yourself. Think of the life that you're going to have. This is going to most probably be the only long video that I make on my channel, but I want you guys to understand that it's a mental thing to be able to psychologically teach yourself to be able to live the life that you want in the future. And as much as people will tell you, no man, your job will take care of that, whatever your job provides you is supplement to what you can provide yourself. Don't retire and be like everybody else. Retire and be comfortable and happy in your lifestyle. Don't compromise and have to downsize when you retire. Retire and continue to live the life that you lived when earning 5 to 6 incomes. Keep those income streams open even for when you retire. Nothing, like right now, we're moving into the digital age. It won't die.